What if I told you that the title king of pop could be shared by two legends? Both Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson, icons of music history. Each laid claim to the throne in their own way. But who truly deserves it? From groundbreaking albums to performances that defined eras, both men revolutionized the world of music. So, let's take a deeper look at their legacies and try to answer one of the most debated questions in the music world. Who really deserves the title king of pop? In the world of music, the title king of pop has been fiercely debated for decades. The question of who deserves it has sparked passionate arguments among fans and critics alike. Is it the man who defined an era with rock and roll in the 1950s, Elvis Presley, who became the first global superstar? Or is it the man who transformed the world of pop music in the 1980s, creating a legacy of boundary-pushing dance moves, music videos, and iconic albums? Michael Jackson? Both men reshaped music history, and each has a monumental legacy that influenced the generations that followed. However, their paths to fame and their impact on the world of music are drastically different, making the comparison fascinating and complex. Let's explore this challenge and see how they each made their mark on the world. Elvis Presley was born in 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, and started his rise to fame in the mid-1950s. At just 21 years old, he had a style that was unlike anything the world had ever seen. His smooth voice, magnetic stage presence, and seductive dance moves helped shape the birth of rock and roll. Songs like Heartbreak Hotel, Jailhouse Rock, and Hound Dog didn't just become hits. They helped create a cultural revolution. Elvis wasn't just a musician. He became a symbol of rebellion for an entire generation. He was the first global pop superstar and the first artist to break racial barriers in a deeply segregated America. In the 1950s, rock and roll was rebellious and controversial. His swiveling hips were considered scandalous, especially to older generations who thought his style and sound were inappropriate. But for the youth, Elvis was a hero, the first major star to truly speak to their generation. He was the soundtrack to their rebellion, and the world couldn't get enough of him. But Elvis didn't stop at music. He crossed into film, becoming a box office sensation with movies like Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock. He was everywhere, creating a persona larger than life. Michael Jackson, on the other hand, was born in 1958 in Gary, Indiana. Unlike Elvis, Michael didn't start as an adult, but rather, he began performing at the age of 6 as part of the Jackson 5. By the time he was in his teens, he had already showcased his undeniable talent, and it didn't take long for him to break away from his family's group and launch a solo career. The result? One of the most successful careers in music history. Michael's 1979 album Off the Wall marked the start of his ascent to global fame, but it was 1982's Thriller that would solidify his place as the king of pop. With Thriller, Michael transformed pop music, becoming a global icon and innovator. Thriller wasn't just an album, it was an event. The music videos, including the groundbreaking video for Thriller itself, changed the way people thought about visual storytelling in music. His moonwalk during a live performance became one of the most famous moments in music history. Michael Jackson wasn't just a musician. He was an entertainer, a performer, a cultural force. He shaped the future of music videos, influenced dance and fashion, and became an ambassador for world peace, using his platform to promote unity and understanding. Now, let's talk about the challenge of determining who truly deserves the title king of pop. It's not an easy question to answer, as both Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson brought something unique to the table. Elvis was the trailblazer who created the foundation for modern pop music, while Michael built on that foundation, evolving it in ways no one could have imagined. Elvis Presley's impact on music and culture cannot be overstated. He influenced countless artists, from the Beatles to Led Zeppelin, and is credited with creating the template for what we think of today as pop music. His legacy is also reflected in his influence on fashion, film, and even the political climate of his time. He was a symbol of American culture during the 1950s, a time when the country was undergoing major cultural shifts. Elvis represented freedom, youth, and rebellion. values that resonated with millions of fans. His influence extended far beyond the music charts. Meanwhile, Michael Jackson's impact on the world of entertainment is equally monumental. His ability to cross cultural boundaries, his innovations in music videos, and his evolution as a performer made him a global icon. Michael wasn't just a pop star, he was a global ambassador. His efforts to promote peace, unity, and human rights through his music gave him a unique role in shaping popular culture. Michael's Thriller, Billie Jean, and Beat It were more than songs. They were moments that defined a generation. Michael Jackson redefined what it meant to be an entertainer, creating a new standard for music videos, performances, and celebrity. But what were the defining moments for both artists that solidified their status? For Elvis Presley, it was his 1956 performance on The Ed Sullivan Show, where he became a household name. That performance was electrifying and proved that he wasn't just a flash in the pan. He was a force of nature. The entire country tuned in, and Elvis's performance marked the start of his dominance in pop culture. His influence extended into the world of cinema, with Elvis appearing in over 30 films, further cementing his superstar status. For Michael Jackson, it was the 1983 Motown 25 performance, where he debuted the moonwalk. That moment, his slick footwork and effortless glide across the stage, became a defining feature of his career. Michael's performance wasn't just about the moonwalk. It was about how he captivated millions of people with every movement. And then there was Thriller, the best-selling album of all time, which redefined music and cemented Michael's place in pop music history. So, who's the real king of pop? Elvis Presley was the first to break through and change the cultural landscape of music. He laid the groundwork for every pop star who came after him. Michael Jackson, however, took everything Elvis did and pushed it to new heights, defining the sound, style, and image of modern pop music. Both have left an indelible mark on the music world, and both hold the title of king in their own right. Both Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson created legacies that transcend music. Their influence on culture, style, and entertainment continues to inspire new generations of artists. While there may never be a clear answer to who truly deserves the title of king of pop, one thing is certain. They both transformed music forever. Now, we want to hear from you. Who do you think is the real king of pop? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on the legends of music history.